Are you ready? Are you ready? Let's go! Do you have absolute certainty on how you go from hello to yes on what you're looking for?
Sean is a master. He teaches. It's not just about sharing the formula with you. It's about making sure that we learn.
I went from $100,000 in debt from law school to having no money and starting my own law firm on my credit card to selling it 4 years later.
Sean and I, we co-created massive victories in 2 unwinnable jury trials, which are recognized nationally now as top 100 jury verdicts.
To be even on the same track with you, who I respect and admire and love with all my heart.
Never again submit. You're not better and you're not less than any human on earth.
When you shared with us about the Unblinded process and the mastery sales training, I just went, wow.
Sean will gain proximity to the most influential and powerful people. He will find out how he can grow their business, how he can help them personally. But the third thing that he does is the most important. Sean serves without an expectation of getting anything in return.
You have very, very high performing colleagues.
22 years ago, you transformed my life as you did all these people's lives over the course of time. And I couldn't be more grateful. Let's hear it for Tony Robbins.
I don't see him as a lawyer, and I don't see him as a blind person. Someone who has subjugated his ego, who has taught me what serving really looks like.
You have this incredible ability to just have unconditional love for everyone, and that is just an incredible gift.
The moment you have been waiting for.
The American Blind Association is the first new face and voice of that association since Helen Keller.
Formula for formulas, which is exactly what I've learned from Sean. It's a language-based predictable model. We will have over 300 new sales meetings this month.
This superpower in the world that is attainable for you is the ability to influence people. If you believe that, say yes. If you believe that, say yes. Do you think that worked?
Good afternoon, Sean Callaghy.
There he is.
Bill Verita, how the heck are you?
I'm pretty extraordinary, Sean Callaghy. How are you?
I'm doing wonderfully. Are you doing double duty today?
I am not doing double duty. I brought in backup weapons. Are you ready? Who do you think I might have brought in for backup?
It would definitely not be a powerhouse realtor from Las Vegas. Would it by any chance?
No, Sean, it's the Dream Maker.
What's up, Dreammaker? How are you?
I am incredible. So excited to be hanging out with you guys this afternoon and going into a real raw.
Let's do it. So, Denise, welcome.
Let's do it.
Welcome to the great state of New Jersey.
I'm telling you all that information. Your first time as being a host, and you already screwed it up. Oh
no! I fell forward. I don't screw it up. I get better. Sean, are you ready for this?
Yeah, I don't think so. So, Peter, welcome. How are you?
Doing good, Sean. How are you doing? Thank you for having me.
Yeah, thanks so much for being here, man. How about a fun fact?
Fun fact is I'm a twin dad. I got twin 18-month-olds here at home, a boy and a girl.
Wow! Congratulations on that. That's extraordinary.
Thank you.
Where do you live, Peter?
I live in Astoria, Queens.
All right, Astoria, Queens. How's Queens doing COVID and the dynamics of kind of in clear? Yeah, what's happening?
Right now, much better than it was a year ago this time. We can all remember we're in the biggest state of uncertainty. No, we didn't know where we were going, left, right, straight, or backwards. I'm a few blocks away from the ambulance depot right underneath the RFK bridge, and I heard ambulances going off. It was multiple times a minute at one point during the height of the pandemic over here, and it was scary for a while. Now it's much better. I mean, with the rollout of the vaccines, restaurants opening up, you're seeing it's a much different vibe, much different light over here. It's gone much better, and I'm also not a Queens native. I'm from New Jersey, Bergen County originally. Palisades Park. I grew up in Powell Park.
Palisade Park Tigers, the homeland of Overpeck Park. Am I correct?
Yep, that is correct. Went to high school at Bergen Catholic in Oradell, college at Fordham. Yep.
And then what'd you do at Fordham?
Fordham, I studied regular college kid. Studied poli-sci philosophy. Went to law school at Thomas Cooley in Michigan.
Cool.
Graduated in 2010, and was out there for law school, and then came back and been practicing here in New York ever since.
Oh my God. Well, congratulations. Bergen Catholic
Thank you.
is about 3 miles from where I grew up in Emerson, New Jersey.
Yeah, that's neighboring towns right there, Oradell and Emerson.
Absolutely. Well, welcome, brother.
Thank you, Sean. Thank you for having me.
All right, Denise, we got another participant.
We do. I'm so excited. This one is Saif Cabria. And so now I'm going to add on to his introduction. Saif was a student of criminology and cybersecurity before getting his juris from Whittier Law School, and recently went from working in personal injury to starting his own firm. Saif Cabria, you are in the house, and you are a judge for us today.
Awesome.
So Said, and it's pronounced Said?
It's actually, my full name, it comes from Arabic. Most people who do have the same name would say safe. My parents just wanted to make it a little bit more complicated or easier. I don't know, depending on how I view it. So I pronounce it Saf, like S-A-F.
Okay, Saf. Welcome, Saf. And how about a fun fact?
Fun fact. Yeah, my name basically says that I was born to serve people. My full name being Saf or Safe, Inam Kibria, literally breaks down to, I guess, the sword of God's nobility, a tool or for a higher purpose. So
that's awesome. And what is that higher purpose for you?
For me, it's just honestly to help as many people as I can, do right by what I think is to be right, and honestly, it's for everybody to be in a better place. I mean, I feel like if there's an opportunity available to me that I can help someone else, I typically try to engage and act upon that feeling. And it's unfortunately, I mean, it can and has led to moments of a detriment to me, which has been hard. But I have faith that at the end of the day, that the universe, and no matter what faith you have, karma or otherwise, something good will come back. As long as you're trying to put good out, good will come back.
Awesome. Well, it's a pleasure, Saf, to have you here. Congratulations on taking the bold step of starting your own firm. And thanks for being the Real Raw today.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Denise.
Awesome. Yes, back at it. So just want to make sure that my communication's clear. Peter is a judge with us. Saf is a judge with us today. And then our third judge is going to be coming in, and here we go. It is going to be Rafael Mayola. Rafael is a CEO and founder of Emprendedores and has an extensive background in digital marketing, customer acquisition, ad platforms, and product development. I love his mission. His mission is to liberate all entrepreneurs, and has created more than $5 million in e-commerce and online sales. Welcome, Rafael.
Rafael, it's Rafael?
Yeah, it's Rafael. Thank you.
Is it Rafael?
Yeah, you got it.
So Rafael, thanks so much. And where are you coming from today?
I'm in California. I'm from Barcelona, Spain, but I live in California now.
Nice. And how about a fun fact, Rafael?
I have this weird addiction to buying domain names. I buy silly domains I like, all sorts of domains, .com domains. I have a bunch of domains, like hundreds of domains. Yeah.
Well, what is one of the oddest domain names that you've purchased? It's Fun Friday. We need some fun.
It's feminazi.com, which is it's a Spanish word. It only makes sense in Spanish, but it's like a term for like the feminist revolution. So it's a domain that I thought would have some value in the future. So I bought it.
Feminist revolutionary male. This is outstanding. So happy Fun Friday.
I just bought the domain. That was all I did. Didn't help much more.
Well, welcome. You're in the right house on a Friday afternoon. So awesome job. So
Thank
Denise,
you.
participants, who we got?
Oh my goodness, so excited. Sheila Mack is with us. Sheila has over 30 years of experience in sales, leadership, and personal development. She's also a publisher of a community-based national magazine. Sheila Mack has a passion for helping businesses, teams, and individuals achieve their desired results. Sheila is also leads teams through online courses in the business and real estate fields. She's also a best-selling author, and her latest book, I love this, Bootstraps and Bra Straps. She hosts an NBC show, Sheila Mack Show. Welcome, Sheila, as a participant.
All right. Thank you for having me on the show today.
Sheila, what's up? How are you?
I am doing wonderful. I'm actually tuning in from Las Vegas today. So happy to be here.
Las Vegas is in the house. And so what's a fun fact, Sheila?
A fun fact is that every day, no matter what you do, it's how you focus that's going to make your results happen. And that's the funnest fact. So what are we focused on? That's going to make all the difference.
Nice. Well, Sheila, thank you for being here. And are you like the Sheila Mack that was at our legendary mastermind event helping Puneet run it? Or is this a different Sheila Mack?
Yes, I am that Sheila Mack.
How are you, Sheila? Everything's going well?
Great. Yes, yes.
Yes. So Sheila, myself, Chris Crone, Puneet, Jay Abraham, we're hanging out at Puneet's restaurant Spice Affair out in Beverly Hills. That's a year and a half ago already, I think, Sheila.
Forever. Forever ago.
I'm glad that things are going well and great to see you.
Good to be
Sheila,
here.
I just have to ask a question. I'm from Las Vegas, and I hear rumor that there is snow in Las Vegas. Is this true?
No, not right now.
Oh, okay. All right. Bad rumors. Awesome. We have one more participant with us today, Sean, and that is Michael Isaski. Pretty close. Michael is an experienced options trader. He's a risk manager and trading business architect. He's also an entrepreneur, and that he just sold his startup, get this, to a publicly traded options exchange operator. Now that is a mouthful, and he runs derivative strategies for options exchange. Welcome, Michael, as a participant to the Real Raw.
Thank you.
Hey, Michael, how are you doing, man?
Very well, thank you. How about you?
I'm doing wonderfully. How about a fun fact?
Fun fact. So I'm coming to you from the city of Chicago right now, even though I grew up in New York. And in February, when we sold our business to the exchange, we actually moved to the city, 3 weeks before the pandemic? So we bought a condo, planned to move to the city, and sold our business to a new company. And then March comes, and we had COVID hit. So we literally went to the city just as everyone was bailing out. So it was an interesting switch to a lifestyle, plus selling your business to a company and then hitting a pandemic and never meeting the people in person was also a little bit of a shock, but we're doing well.
You sold your business to people you never met and still haven't met them.
We did the deal with the deal team before COVID, but we were supposed to integrate and start working out of their office. We moved into their office in the middle of February, spent 2 weeks finding the coffee maker, and then COVID came. So we haven't met 90% of the people in person.
Well, most importantly, did you find the coffee maker, and was it good coffee?
It was fantastic. They had a coffee bar. Yeah, it's great.
Baristas or no, like Salesforce?
It was an attempted a barista. Yeah.
Well, Michael, welcome. Thanks for being here on Fun Friday in the Real Raw. And Denise, we got like a role player, and she is the role player of role players.
She is, Sean. She is also, I was thinking about this, the peanut butter to my jelly of best friends. So, Bella Verita started selling at 8 years old. Crafts in her front yard. That's not a surprise to me. However, it might be to some other people. She grew those skills into a 7-figure networking business, helping thousands to build 6-figure businesses too. She then went on to be the #1 business broker in the state of Nevada. And today she is the sales sorceress and the CEO of Align Sales. She's a female sales recruiting agency that places unicorns and companies around the US, helping them scale, grow, and create magic. My favorite, Bella Verita.
Hello.
What's up, Bav? Bella Ann Verita's in the building. What's a fun fact?
So my fun fact today is, I was on a first-time coaching call with thank goodness she's been in part of the Unblinded world for a while, but in the middle of my coaching call with her, I got the worst Charlie horse in the middle of my arch of my foot. And if it wasn't Ruth and she didn't know me, she might have thought all kinds of wild things were happening at the way that I was screaming about this Charlie horse that was on my foot. Yeah, and I told her that's gonna be my fun fact today because there was all kinds of crazy noises that were coming from me as this Charlie horse was taking over my.
Are you uncharlied?
I am uncharlied today.
Nice.
Thank you, John.
Excellent. So I will go with a fun fact today that I jumped into a 45-degree ocean a little bit before the Real Raw today in the Atlantic Ocean here in Long Beach Island, New Jersey, of Jaws' infamy and fame. This is, yes, where the Jaws shark attack happened in 1916 that would later inspire the book by Peter Benchley. See the Shark Week episode on the entire crazy story. Yes, no sharks, but 45-degree water, I think far worse than sharks. So Denise, how about a fun fact from you, and then we'll hit it.
Awesome. Super excited. So this fun fact happened today. I almost showed up to this show with a black eye. I found myself in the shower and it had one of those massaging things happening. So I was like, oh, this is awesome. So as I was trying to manipulate that, it got in my eye. I hit my head up against the side and went down. I'm like, oh my God, am I alive? The good news, I am. I got the massage and I showed up on the Real Raw on time. So that's my fun fact for today.
I'm glad you're alive. I'm glad you're on time. And thank you for being here today, Denise. Awesome job.
You're so welcome. Have a blast, you guys, and we'll see you soon. Peace out.
Thank you. Bella Verita, you ready to go?
I am ready, Sean Callaghy.
Let's rock this thing. Who's going first?
Well, I think that it's a house that he should get to go first.
Oh, what an honor and a pleasure. So, and Michael, Bella will be anybody that you want her to be. She can be an ideal client. She could be the barista at the coffee bar. She could be like the new people that bought the company that you need to go from hello to yes about a something, whatever you want. Herself, ideal client avatar, ideal partner avatar, or like a specific person. So Michael, who would you like Bella to be that you're going from hello to yes, and a yes that is relevant to you?
Okay, great. So I've come up with a purely hypothetical scenario where, Bella, you would be an analyst at a private equity or venture firm who was sort of acting as the gatekeeper for the deal team to sort of qualify.
My idea of research and analyzation is anything that's found on the first page of Google, right?
There was going to be no math. It's just basically you're the gatekeeper for the deal team who would then evaluate a business opportunity.
Okay, fantastic. I can be a gatekeeper.
You're a good gatekeeper. All right, Michael, Bella, the gatekeeper, is ready. You have 6 minutes overall. You will get interrupted halfway in between. This first 3 minutes is all about opening, listening, connecting, not Boiler Room meets Wolf of Wall Street, but how people truly connect on an emotional level to open, accelerate influence and listening. Because after all that influence actually is, besides being a superpower, is the conveyance of our message, the receipt by another person, having them see their future in you and the potential yes, moving forward and taking action. So Michael, Bella's ready. Take it, Sam.
Great. Well, thanks for taking this quick call. I know we don't have a lot of time, but first question is, where are you at right now?
I am currently in Long Beach Island, New Jersey.
Okay, great. So the rainbow behind you is a virtual background, huh?
It is virtual, yes. I attract rainbows wherever I go.
Oh, fair enough. So growing up in New Jersey, did you grow up in New Jersey?
No, sir. I grew up in Texas. I'm just here for the weekend.
So that's a good question. So what are your sports teams, or if any, are they Texas or New York, New Jersey?
Oh, no, 100% Texas. My mother has a Dallas Cowboy tramp stamp. We come from a long line of the Texas fans in this house.
And you moved to the East Coast, but don't give up your teams.
No, I'm just here for the weekend. I currently kind of live in Texas, and I'm getting ready to move to Florida. So I'm just here in Long Beach Island for the weekend.
Great. So I know that it's difficult to do these deals and to meet teams, during all these virtual meetings and such. But I'm sure that you guys are still doing a decent amount of business and still working on deals. What is the biggest concern you guys have when you're evaluating the team for one of your investment projects?
I would think the biggest thing that we look for, and that is probably most important to us, is integrity. Really looking for someone who we know that we can trust, that we can build a relationship with, that it can be long term. We don't look to do kind of like a one and done situation, as with many of our investors. We like to look for what we can do with a long term relationship.
That's interesting. Do you like to do business with the same people over again? So is it rinse repeat?
Like rinse repeat, or the referral basis, because we just find once you establish a relationship with person, once that trust is established, then there's many things that you could do together.
It makes a lot of sense. Do you guys have any nightmare stories of a deal going sideways because the team didn't have the right integrity and failed due diligence, or had things come out after the fact?
Oh yeah, I mean, people come in all the time, like trying to steal like relationship equity, trying to steal relationships, not honoring source. I would say it's probably one of the most frustrating things about the business.
Okay, that makes sense. And how often do you encounter new business opportunities that you feel are great opportunities on paper, but don't have a lot of confidence in the team that's running it now? Not that they're bad, just that they can't get from here to where they need to go.
Yeah, that definitely happens all the time. But I gotta take a quick call. I got one of those irate customers on the line, and so I gotta take the call, and I'll be right back.
You bet.
Michael, how'd that feel for you?
It felt pretty good. It felt 3 minutes is not a long time, and it felt like we were connecting. I was getting some good insight into their investment process. I probably spent a little bit more time on the beginning than I would have expected, but now I know where she's from and where she's moving to, so I felt like that was important.
Yeah, awesome. Well, thank you for that. Sheila, are you ready to go in round one?
Yes.
Sheila, who'd you like Bella to be?
Bella, you are a small dentist in a community, and you've been there for quite a while.
Okay.
Nice. All right, Bella the dentist, take us in, Dr. Bella.
Hi, Sheila. How are you?
Hi, great to talk with you today. I'm wondering, how long have you been in this community?
And I've been here in Las Vegas for about 20 years.
Wow. And I was wondering now, I just moved here. So do you have any sources for how you're connected to other people in the community? How do you reach your clients and people? How do you get people into this dentist office?
Well, first of all, welcome to Vegas. Welcome to, our community. I've definitely found, most people when they're moving to Vegas, people think of like the lights and strips and all of that things. And, I have found since I moved here, the community outside of the strip in Vegas is extremely supportive and extremely. And through the Real Raw, we've been able to build ecosystem mergers that help bring more patients into our office.
That's wonderful. And I'm wondering now, how did the pandemic affect your office, or did it have any effect on you at all?
Well, to my point earlier is, Vegas is a very, our hashtag is Vegas strong, right? And so it is a very strong community, and, where we impacted, slightly because, we can't have as many patients in, many employees, all those, laws that we have to follow now. But all of our patients are, still coming in regularly. We just have to spread them out a little bit more than we did before.
All right. And have you ever been in a local magazine or ever picked one up where you see the community, someone in the community on the front cover?
Yeah, all the time.
Yes. And have you ever considered being featured in one of those?
I mean, I definitely have. I get, there's the Las Vegas Woman magazine that is there. Been approached by them they have a dental issue that comes out, once a year. So it's definitely a topic of conversation. But I'm interested to hear what you have in mind. But I got to take a quick call right now.
You have an emergency patient. He was at a club in Vegas and bit into something crazy and broke his teeth. Like, I don't know what's happening. Quick call, emergency.
It was probably a champagne bottle they were trying to pull the cork out of and got their tooth caught on the edge instead.
Another one of those. Another one of those. So thank you. I apologize, Sheila. She'll be right back. So Sheila, how was that for you?
Well, that was interesting. That was good because I thought I didn't even know what I was doing on here. So I wasn't prepared. So this is fun.
Really? Do you go from hello to yes, Sheila? Do you understand the superpower of going from hello to yes? How many yeses are you seeking currently in the world?
As many as possible.
Yes. And in what categories? Right? Like, we like to categorize yeses in our business. So like, how about our business yeses? Like, what do you think they break down into?
What do you mean?
Like, yes equals the acceleration of things. So you'd have a yes in a sales meeting, right? Like, you have services that you would go from hello to yes with, right? You seek yeses for people that you're going to speak on their stage. Is that correct?
Correct.
Like, you speak, so that's the second category. So you have yes in sales meetings, you have a yes as a speaker, you have yeses that occur in ecosystem merging, meaning there's going to be perhaps some offering that you might make through those people. There might be mutual edification. There might be like the creation of joint videos or social proofing. So that would be a third category of yes. Fair?
Fair.
Yep. There's like a yes in recruiting. Like, you might be recruiting talent. You might be recruiting people to come aboard on your mission. Yes. There's like yeses that you seek from people that you lead. So we would say that those are at least the 5 basic categories of yeses that people will be seeking. And there's an entire science and formula. So what we're doing here on The Real Raw is we're unpacking that superpower each and every day. Like, because there's a big difference between some fine folks that might go up on, make phone calls. So there's also yeses basically to invite people to a meeting. Like, there's lots of categories. And the genesis of this concept is that people are actually not trained in this, not taught this. And our best work is in, let's say, books that would talk about pitching, hooking, closing, funneling. I don't know about you, Sheila, but I don't want to be pitched. Right. I don't want to be hooked. I don't want to be closed. I know, Bella. Do you want to be funneled, Bella?
No.
I don't want to be funneled. Sometimes I want to be hooked, but never closed and never funneled.
So that's what we're playing with, Sheila, as the introduction to that fun and magical world. Does that sound fair?
That's wonderful.
All right. Awesome. All right. So thank you, Sheila. So let's drop in with our fine judges, because now we're going to give 30 seconds of feedback. First, to Michael on what worked, what could be optimized, then a score on a scale of 1 to 10. Like, that's what's happening. So let's start with, how about Saf? What 30 seconds do you have for Michael, and a score, please?
Okay, so as far as the score goes, I mean, I think that it's at a scale of a 1 to 10. You were saying, correct?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I mean, I would give it at least. I would say, to be honest, probably about a 6. As far as having not trying to feel like you're being pitched and stuff. At the end of the day, I feel like there was. You want to connect with people on a level that they understand that, look, there's some sort of need, something that you want from them, something that they're going to want from you. There's a mutual exchange, but you don't want it to feel like a pitch, right? So at the end of the day, maybe have the conversation be relatable in another form or regarding another matter, something similar along those lines, but kind of introduced in that same way.
And your score for Michael is?
Like I said, I would give it probably about a 6 or 7.
Cool.
Pretty deep.
And what's that for Sheila?
And just for Sheila, I mean, again, I think it was the same. Did pretty well. I think that is overall, the conversation was being directed kind of towards having a better understanding of who they are, the person that you're speaking with, and what their insights would be. But same thing, it's like you want to connect with people on a level somewhere within them that they feel that trust, that bond is kind of forming, and right from the get-go. There should be a sort of a kind of a presence that, look, I'm approaching you. And it's not a pitch. It's a call of duty, right? There's something that you're trying to instill in them. So.
And did you say a score for Sheila?
I would give about the same thing, either 6 or 7.
Thanks very much, Saf. Awesome. Rafael, what do you have, please, for Peter?
Oh, you're mute. There you
Yeah. For who? For Michael or for Sheila?
I'm sorry, from Michael. Yeah.
For Michael. Yeah. So score, like, I don't know what the call is about really. So without any context, I would, if I were the one receiving the call, and because I'm a very time sensitive person, I would feel like you wasted a little bit of my time. I would have hated being in Bella's shoes, because you were asking me questions I couldn't find what they were related to. I didn't get what was the point of it. So I would probably give you like a 4, because I didn't understand what was your intention with the call.
Got it. Okay. And how about for Sheila?
I would give her an 8, because I felt like she connected very well with the hook. Like, hey, I'm new in town. So that was really good. And the only reason I wouldn't give it a 10 is because at the end I felt like, well, she already had it scripted. Like, one question, second question, third question. Like me as a marketer, I could say that third question, like, you didn't actually care about the answers of anything, because you were just waiting to say the third question. So that's why it's an 8 out of 10.
Nice. Excellent feedback, Rafael. Thank you very much. And Peter, what do you have for Michael, please?
Hey, Michael. So I would give Michael a score of a 6. Where I thought he did very well was trying to build rapport with Bella. I thought you come across very personable. Where I kind of lost track was trying to figure out what you were like, what value and what you were trying to sell to Bella. So maybe just try and get to that a little bit earlier. But you were great at building rapport, and a call a little bit longer. You guys would have been chatting about Lord knows what, how, and some sort of trust would have developed. I'm sorry?
Did you have a score?
Yeah, 6.
Awesome.
Okay. And how about for Michael, Peter?
I just scored Michael.
That was my fault.
It's all good. I'd score Sheila 7. It was her style was a little bit more direct, still also able to build great rapport. She looks like a pro. She's been doing this. I don't Sheila, I don't know you from a hole in the wall, but you seem like you have like your set down pat, like where you which way you want to direct the conversation with. At least with my inexperienced years, like making it seem like you're like, at least in the first couple minutes, trying to sell something. It seems like it's more of a sell instead of a sale, like a value add.
And your score is
7.
Nice. Well, thank you very much for that feedback right there, Peter. Bill Verita, what say you about round 1? Just add 1 word for Sheila, 1 word for Michael.
I'm going to go inquisitive for both.
Nice. All right, let's go round 2. Are you ready?
I'm ready. Do you think they're ready?
Yes, I think so. There's a very complicated scenario.
Do they know what happens in round 2?
I don't know. What happens in round 2, Bella?
I don't know. But do you think they know? Do you think they're ready?
I think they're ready.
Okay.
I think they're ready. But I'll just tell you this, Sheila. Dr. Bella has gotten back, and this crazy situation, this dude was going to propose. He got drunk and met somebody at a club. He was going to propose, and he put a ring in a hot dog. He bit into it, broke his teeth. That's what happened. Bella, are you okay? Are you back, Dr. Bella?
I am back.
All right. Sheila, are you ready?
Ready. Okay.
All right. Dr. Bella's back. Round 2.
All right. Well, how did that go, Dr. Bella?
It was quite the experience, but everything is working out. She said yes, so all is good.
That's wonderful. And I don't want to waste a lot of your time, but I did want to share about some sponsorship opportunities with magazines, like I had mentioned earlier, where people in your community are actually featured on the front cover. And businesses also have a chance to be featured in the magazine and show up every month, month after month. So it's a sponsorship that sponsors a community, something that has a 92.6% open rate every month.
Wow.
And it's in your target area to reach your clients. And so that's where it's a way to give back to the community and show that you care, especially during this time. So it's not really marketing that you would be doing or that this magazine would help you do. It's really more like branding and being a sponsor to connect with the community and give back. Is that something you might be interested in?
Yeah, most definitely.
All right. And I'm wondering, have you ever been in print media before?
I have. I've never met a camera I didn't love.
So one of the things that we have with this program is we actually feature our sponsors in an article. So you get to be an executive in this, and you get to share 4 different write-ups a year that are about your business, but it's not about your company per se, but about dental, how to take care of your teeth. And then it has your logo and where people can connect with you. And then there's also a feature, a business feature article that goes into the magazine. And beyond that, you also get to be on my radio and TV show that goes out in your area to connect with even more people and keep your name top of mind.
I love it. That sounds very interesting.
Yes, so some of the things that we offer to get started is we have different ways to get started. So there is a small quarter-page ad, or there's a half a page ad. Which would be something that you would be more interested in to get your message?
I mean, which gets my picture bigger. I think that's what's important here.
Yes. Yes. So actually,
I heard real estate matters. So, wherever I can take up the most amount of real estate.
Well, as somebody that's an executive contributor to this program, you would actually be on the back of the front cover as an executive contributor to the magazine every month. And you'll also have your ad space and your space to share about your business those 4 times a year. So is that something? Yes.
That sounds great. I've got to run right now because the guy's back. Apparently, something's going wrong with the tooth. But I'd love to sit down.
And Bella, on top of it, like at rehab, there was some biker dude that got in a fight over some woman, and like craziness is ensuing. Punches thrown, teeth broken. Just another day at the office for Dr. Bella.
Another day at the office for Dr. Bella, because apparently I attract all of the drunks that come to Vegas.
So Sheila, excellent work. How'd that feel for you?
That was good. That was interesting. And yeah, just sharing about that. So.
All right. Excellent work. Michael, are you ready?
I am ready. Can I just say one thing real quick?
Sure.
So I just want to clarify that, the gatekeeper at a private equity firm, like I assume that the meeting was generally understood that we were going to talk about something else that would have happened through an email introduction or something like that. So just to clarify, that's why I go through like the purpose of the call. I kind of jumped in like you're evaluating us for a potential deal. Just wanted to clarify that. Maybe I misunderstood the rules.
Yeah. No, you did not. I mean, listen, you did a fantastic job. And there's a subjectivity to all these dynamics. So thank you for your courage and vulnerability, first, Michael and Sheila. As somebody that has both in case possibly win for a decade or more.
100%.
Well, that's awesome. So listen, I know we don't have a lot of time. Again, my name is Sean Callaghy. Quick background on me. I have a personal development company called Unblinded. I've built and exited myself, my first law firm. I own a 125 person law firm now, offices in 5 states. I've had the unique opportunity to speak on Tony Robbins' stage 10 times now with an 11th just a couple of weeks. And what my life is all about, though, first and foremost, is my children. I am not in as unique and amazing place as you are. My kids are 17, 19, and 21, 2 in college, 1 a senior on the way to University of Maryland. And so what this is about, though, this is my home, and I intend to have it be my home forever. This neighborhood, this area, everything about the building I love. We're a board to run this association, a lot of challenges, a lot of things to be done. And I'd love to know how you feel about either A, supporting or B, coming to a quick Zoom, we're going to talk about it, or C, having a conversation together about it? Because I'm certainly not just asking you in 3 seconds. Start in reverse order. Let's go with Peter. Peter, what did you have first for Michael, please?
For Michael, yeah, I'm a big sports guy. He totally got me on with the whole playoff analogy. So going back to Sean's point of subjectivity, you would have had me with that because I love sports. I love everything about them. So and it seemed much. I don't know. There was a better flow to it too. So I'd come back with an 8.
Nice. Thank you for that, Peter. And how about for Sheila?
Sheila's still killing the game, man. Sheila's a pro. It looks like she can get you from hello to yes fairly quickly. So Sheila, I'd come with an 8. It seems like you have something there that's very natural, and looks like you've been doing this for a long time, and you're very good at it. So yeah, coming at you with an 8.
Right. I think Sheila has a very formed construct, like a process for her mechanism of going from hello to yes, with like real containers for each section. So I agree. And thank you so much, by the way, for your courage, vulnerability in judging, because that's not easy either, to give feedback and share what you're seeing.
No, not at all. Because if the situation was reversed, I would expect brutal honesty from all of you, and whatever the scores may have been, I would have loved feedback too. So guys, I appreciate you accepting my critique and whatever value that's worth. And have a good weekend. Enjoy it.
Well, thank you. And how was your day on the Real Raw today? If you're like some lawyer guy's like, dude, I got this call about a Real Raw, or somebody referred it to me. Like, I don't know, should I go on? What would your answer be, Peter?
I'm sorry, Sean. I was going out. Can you just repeat the question again?
Yeah, if you got a call from somebody who's like, I don't know, I was asked to go on this Real Raw, invited, should I go on it? What should I do? What would your answer be?
Absolutely. You go on it. You go on it. Any opportunity to do something like this is an opportunity, not like for me just being a judge. I mean, it's to learn and grow, because you see other people being basically put into the ringer, and yeah, you're put in this position to offer your critique, and which is all great and all, but you get to see other people that are really good at what they do and do their best to get from hello to yes, and it forces you to go back and reevaluate your process on how you can better get from hello to yes, and or if you don't have a process, you're just winging it every single time to develop a process.
No. Well, thank you very much again, Peter, for being here today on Fun Friday afternoon. Appreciate you.
Thanks, guys.
And Rafael, by the way, how was your day on the Real Raw today?
You're on mute.
Very interesting. I'm learning about new industries and sales process, and that's always good. I'm always a student and learning, so it's great.
Awesome, man. And how about your feedback for, let's start with Sheila this time.
I would, before I give an 8, now give like a 6.5 to a 7. I mean, obviously you're the expert at this sales process, but I felt like I can't see if you're talking to me on the phone, so I like to see. So I don't know if the ask instead should be to get on a Zoom call or get together for coffee or something, so I can see what you're saying that I don't know in your industry that you could make. Like, what would a deal have to have for you to make sure you present this to whatever board or whatever, and you'll just get the answer, and I'll be like, so if I can get A, B, C, and D that you just told me, would you pass this on? Oh, great, I'll get it ready for you, and like whatever. So I missed some specific questions that would make me, like, if my job is the gatekeeper, I normally have, I want to, make sure I'm giving a good deal. So make it easy for me to know that stuff, like, would be easier. Yeah.
And your score for him was?
An 8.
Nice. Well, thank you, sir. Appreciate you being here today, Rafael. Very, very much. Saf, how about yourself? What do you have? Let's go with Sheila.
With Sheila, I would give roughly the same score I think that Rafael did, if I'm not mistaken, about like a 6 or 7 at least. it comes off very nice, at least in terms of identifying this is exactly what I'm trying to do. This is kind of where we're headed with things. I agree with having more of the Zoom or a personal touch. People are wanting to see and kind of understand and comprehend, who am I speaking with? What am I doing? I think that even in terms of, you think about just the EDD problem that's happening across like that, the US, it's like people want to be able to speak to someone, see that someone's understanding that their plight, and realize that, look, you know what, I need that connection. I mean, ultimately, that's the end of the day. That's what you're trying to do. You're trying to get that connection. So some that's maybe not as visual or allows for that kind of an emotional attachment would not be a success.
Program is?
I would say about a 7.
Nice. And how about for Sheila, please?
Sorry, I was doing it the other way around. Yeah. So the same. I guess it would be the same thing, more or less. It's as far as the sports team was great for Michael, but for Sheila, that's what I was speaking about, was her ability to connect on. So if it's regarding Michael, I agree that the sports connection was great. It definitely kind of brings you closer to what people get emotional about, right? Sports, family, food, religion. All these are the kinds of things that people really identify with on a daily basis. Picking out those smaller points, out of the conversation and really exploiting that as much as possible, I think really kind of helps to build that bond. I think you got to have something that kind of transition back about yourself that is relatable and on another level. Like always be, I would say about an 8. That was better than the last time.
Yeah, well, excellent work. And how was your day on the Real Raw today, Saf?
It was great. I didn't know what to expect. It's definitely a different experience, but it's great. I mean, it's cool. It's insightful, very insightful.
Appreciate you, man. I appreciate your insight. Judges, you did a fantastic job today. Rafael, Saf, Peter, real depth, real full-out participation. There was a inner Simon Cowellness sort of revealed, which was heart-centered truth in analysis and not just kind of fluff. So you guys did a really beautiful job today, and that takes courage and vulnerability. So thank you.
Thank you.
Awesome.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Yeah, the Real Raw today.
Excellent. That was really good. And yes, anytime I ever show anything, it would be on a Zoom or in person regarding that product. So that's 100% true. Yes. So that was great.
Well, Sheila, you have beautiful energy. Just like natural kind of rapport flow is present. So really nice job today, and thank you for being here.
Thank you.
Yes. And please, Michael, how was your day? And thank you for your courage, vulnerability, and all that you're up to, and for our extra little fun kind of twist in the building, penthouse, condo board, NIST dynamic going on. So how was your day?
It was phenomenal, and I really appreciate the judges' insights. If I felt like I was going to get a 10 both rounds, I don't know that I would have come in. So I knew that there was some work to be done. I'm not actively selling anything at this point since I'm actually working somewhere, but I still kind of wanted to work on that, because a lot of times there's influence involved in every part of life, which is why the condo board made sense. I thought it was phenomenal. I learned a lot, and certainly I do appreciate it.
We appreciate you, and thank you for being here today. Bella Verita, thank you for being the sales sorceress, coming in with rainbows in the background, for dealing with all kinds of crazy insanity in Vegas in your Dr. Bella dental practice. How was your day on the Real Raw, and your final?
I think today was fantastic. I echo, the judges and their feedback was extraordinary. Our participants were amazing. And, what I love best about the show is how you demonstrate how heart-centered and integrity-based going from hello to yes is. And not only do you do that at a 9.999, but you also teach how to go from hello to yes at a 9.999. Because I would say I was already like a 9.99. And since I've been with Unblinded, I've added an extra 9 into my hello to yes formula, which you demonstrated. So, I want to invite everyone to come back and learn what the formula is. Learn what it is that Sean did to go from hello to yes in that heart-centered way, in that integrity-based way that enabled him to get to know Michael on such a personal level. Every Monday night at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Sean goes through like how to become unblinded. What is the real raw? What is unblinded, and how you can incorporate the formula into your life. And then also every morning at 9 a.m., how to ecosystem merge, how to grow your money, time, and magic. So definitely come check that out as well. And, you know, sometimes you come to these things and you're like, that was great, but I don't really want any more money. I don't really want any more magic. And quite frankly, I like my schedule being full of time, and I like being busy all the time, and I don't really want any extra time either. And so I'm not going to find out anything about what Unblinded is, because I just like everything the way that it is. And if that's the case, we absolutely understand. We have designer tissues that we will send your way, because we will miss you very much, but we understand things happen. So thank you everyone for coming and joining us today.
Well, thank you, Bella, Verita. And yeah, listen, what we stand for is that leaders causing leaders to lead leaders, like to come together and merge ecosystems for 1 + 1 = a trillion, or at least more than 10, and certainly more than 3 relationships to make the world an even greater place. Like there's a formula, there's a science that's controlling our money, time, and magic right now. That's what we unpack and play with every day in a world cluttered with people selling stuff in the space of personal development. Let's cut through it and let's make it happen. So thank you guys on Fun Friday for being here. Really appreciate it. Courage, vulnerability, present. Sheila, Michael, Peter, Saf, Rafael. Thank you, Bella. Awesome job on behalf of the entire Unblinded team. Thank you again. Happy Fun Friday. And Bella, we are all blind.
And just learning to see.
All right, see you soon.
Have a
Thanks.
great day, everyone.